Introducing the Varatas. It is one of the most unique and interesting looking knives that comes directly from Kizer. Not only it snaps open in a very interesting way using your thumb, it also has a very interesting looking EDC design to it as well. The question is, should you actually get this for yourself? And is this the knife you've been looking for? Let's find out in this video review and testing. Thank you so much, Kizer, for sending me this awesome knife to review. Now, this is made by Jacob Lundquist, and I have been anticipating this specific model for quite some time. Let's go ahead and open it up for the presentation. The usual stuff that is included over here, and the actual knife in the stickers. Plus, we got all the other fun over here as well, such as this, which is the screws, and the extras for this knife. Now the fun part is the actual knife itself. So let's go ahead and close this and review the actual knife. So this knife is kind of interesting. Compare this to a regular knife all by itself, such as the Damco over here, or the Spyderco. So closed up, you can see how it actually looks like. Over here, they're about the same exact size. What I mean by size, this thing is 4 1/4 of an inch long. Now opening this up, that's not the right one. Here it is, the Kizer. Opening that up, and you can see that it is almost identical when it comes to this size, just a little bit bigger. The handle is about the same identical size. In fact, if you really want to compare to which one is it more likely looks like, it's definitely not going for the Spyderco look, that is for sure. It is more likely that it looks like the Damco over here, and it is very similar to the Damco itself. As you can see over here, it is almost identical to the Damco in terms of size, shape, and everything else, but it's definitely much more high-end than the Damco. Now the next thing about this is that this specific thing, you see the Damco has much more superior look. I think that if you really ask me like what is the one thing that I want to see different with this, would have been that the locking mechanism is the primitive version of it. It is still very secure, as you can see it shuts in place, but you're not getting the most high-end locking mechanism for that. That is the only bummer for this knife. It's definitely a high-end knife that they make, with this thing being titanium or G10. It is whichever one you're getting. I believe this is the G10 version of this one. And we also are getting here the natural V blade that is included in this specific design. Now there is more than one of those designs. There is the titanium edition as well. And there is different kind of blade steel that is included. And this one is the natural V blade steel included on this one. It does have a very unique look and function to this specific knife. So first of all, it's one of those good knives for a desk, because you put this like this and it just stays put. There's not too many knives that you can do this with. You can do this with the Spyderco. There are certain knives that you cannot actually go ahead and do this with. Now, one of my favorite is the drop barrel knife. And if you compare the drop barrel to this, you'll be able to see a few differences between them. So this one is a little bit shorter than this one, but it also has a different kind of opening function. For example, this one closes and opens pretty quick. Now when it comes to this one, it doesn't have this fun factor in here, but it all depends on what you call fun, because it does have this, which is, here I want to open it just in case, but usually what you do is you keep this closed and you press it down and this thing just flicks open, which is a thumb stud way to open this up, just like that. So this is one way for you to flick this open. The other ones are the normal ways for you to open it, which is basically to grab it from here and opening this up. And to close it, you just press this right here and you close it down. Now another way for you to open this is not to drop it, but to go ahead, press your finger right here and open it just like that. You can also reverse flick it in case you actually want to, from the back as well. Just reverse flick this just like this. And that's about it. Now it does have a very nice clip over here. You can see there are actually identical clips over here too. And it depends for what kind of function do you need this knife for. As you can see, we get much bigger blade included with this one. Okay, the size is similar, but the look is just longer. The blade itself longer from the top. Now, for some people, might not actually need such a long blade, but for others, this is very good. You see, like right here, with this knife, you can't put your finger right here in case you need to get very close to the action. Now, with this one, with the Jacob itself, you can get the Varatas. That is the name of it, the Varatas. You can get much closer to the action, really close. See, it's designed for you to put your finger right here. So this is for like work purposes knife, that is. You're getting very good grip here. See, this thing is really good because you can put your finger in here and you get a very good grip and it doesn't move. You see, that's the way it's supposed to be designed. There is something about this kind of grip that we don't actually get with this knife right here. So over here, if you're working and you're cutting something, you can accidentally keep moving your finger until you can cut yourself. This is not the case with this knife, because once you put your finger right here, you are very solid right there. And there's not much for you to move. You see, you're not moving. It keeps you stuck in here, which is a good thing, because if you have to do some chiseling or you have to grind something, this is like the perfect knife for you to grind. It has a very utilitarian kind of design made for it. Furthermore, at the top, it's very slick over here. I mean, I could see somebody use this for kitchen food preparation knife, just because of the design by itself is just more comfortable for you to hold, or maybe like a chef knife, something like that. It has the utilitarian function. It also has this unique look. It looks like a much more expensive knife than you usually will get. It actually looks like it's in the ballpark of this company, the Damco. It looks like almost the same kind of knife here. Now, when we talk about, for example, the spider core, it's almost as high-end as the spider core as well. So we are talking about some really good quality knife. As for the money versus the value of this knife, you're definitely getting a high-end knife over here. And the price is just right for the kind of quality that you're getting altogether. I think that this knife is very good. It has all the potential of it being a very good EDC knife. It is good for one finger deployment. You can easily open this up just like this and get to use it. It has a lot of good things going for it, including the quality of the actual knife. The looks of it is very unusual and in a good way. It's definitely going to be a head turner, and it also is a very interesting looking design as well. Of course, I like the way it actually looks, and I do like its shape. It definitely goes into your collection. It is one of those knives that you get, and it would hold its value over time. And of course, if they stop making it, it might actually go up in value as well. So definitely I like the direction that this company is going. The Kizer is going into more high-end, more collectible kind of knives over here, and this one is no exception. And the thing about this knife by itself, the deployment is very good. Utilitarian wise, it's great as well. I think that overall you're getting very good value. And in terms of the kind of quality that you're getting, it is also top notch over here as well. So I do think that if it comes to how much I'm going to rate this out of a scale out of 10, I'm going to give this a 9.4. It is not a perfect 10, but yeah, for a perfect 10, this has to qualify everything that I like about an AGC knife. And like I said, this would be really good if it had a different kind of locking mechanism. Now, there is a reason why they decided to do this kind of locking mechanism for this one. I think it's primarily to conserve money, because otherwise this would be much more, double maybe the price point that it is selling right now for. So in terms of value, you're getting good value. It is definitely a unique kind of knife, and it looks pretty slick as well. And also, by having this kind of deployment in here, it gives you this groove over here that you can easily just put your finger in here and close this down. And then it rests right in this bed over here, which is kind of interesting altogether design. So definitely something I recommend for you to get in case you're looking for a knife that is EDC and it is a unique looking as well.